there's a lot of traction in our membership I think the industry to be part of what's going on in ACMA. And also because the lines are blurring, we're no longer just component manufacturing. We are viewed as technology, we are viewed as electronics, so there's a bit of everything that's going on. A car today has 60% electronic parts, and going forward it'll only increase. So that's why it was essential. It came at a good time. I'm glad that the entire fraternity was good with it, including our past presidents. And and going to the future, future is very bright. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind, because car penetration stands at about 30 per thousand, as you all know. And if we were to increase that, I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't go from 4.9 million passive vehicle, for example, to 8 million passive vehicle or even more. So I think that's important. So future is good. And let's see.
Would you like to talk about how consciously we are changing the structure of ACMA by reaching out to more electronics manufacturers?
Yeah, that's what I just said. So we are reaching out to the electronic and electrical world, including all large players like the Bosches, the Panasonics, the Foxcons, the Dixons, etc. Because we have to work collaboratively. So mobility is going to be a collaborative space, and that's why this vehicle has been created, and it's going to be a very exciting vehicle. We're also working, other than this, also with a lot of startups, because I think that's an area, again, why? Because software is going to propel our future. So skilling, startups, tech, that's the way forward. Alternate fuels.
Yeah. And sir, our Vice President, while he needs no introduction, he spearheads the ACMA wing that brings about transformative changes in the shop floors. Also the ACMA Center of Excellence. I'm not sure how many of you saw the video in the morning, and also we will try and play a video on the ACMA Center of Excellence through the day, and you would see what kind of pioneering work that we are doing there. So would you like to share a little bit of a perspective on what we are doing there?
Sure. Like I think President mentioned, the industry is in transition, and as we transition into newer technologies, I think our workforce, our plants, our mindsets also need to go through this transformation. So the ACMA Center of Excellence and the various pillars that we have within ACMA are working with all our member companies to not only do the traditional stuff of productivity, manufacturing, cost savings, people, but a lot of work is being done now on robotics. A lot of training work is being done on sustainability. A lot of work is being done on recyclability. So it's about a lot of upskilling that is required for the workforce. Not only for the existing workforce, but some of our centers of excellence are working with the next gen people that we bring into our plants. Our plants are becoming more automated. So there is Industry 4.0. How do we get our teams to make sure that they are able to handle those skills? As we plan this mega journey of global exports and the domestic industry growing up, we have people in India, but we need to be able to right skill them. The existing team and the newcomers that join the plants. So I think our centers of excellence, our various pillars, work a lot with the industry to start meeting and preparing all our companies to meet this global objective of exports, of being a $200 billion domestic industry. So from that perspective, that's what ACMA and the Center of Excellence does.
Thank you. Turning again to you, President. Empowering women, encouraging gender diversity has been one of your favorite subjects, and you definitely would like to see a very definite change in the industry. ACMA is working with the Gates Foundation now. We have a pilot project with about 6 odd companies that are onboarded, and we want to come up with a blueprint or a playbook. Would you share some of your thoughts on what needs to be done, because in your company, definitely the video that you saw was largely her company's, and it makes me feel very, very proud that there are many women working in your company. What needs to be done to further encourage, and how do you think we at ACMA can sort of encourage more women? You are a woman leader. You would soon be inducting your daughter. She's there in the hall today. So, yeah, your thoughts.
So first of all, I think that one must accept that diversity brings innovation. I mean, that's a given. Diversity of any kind, it's not just gender diversity, but diversity in general brings innovation. We've tried it, tested it, proved it several times in our organization. The question is that how do we actually, so women actually are now coming into the workforce at the entry level. The problem is that actually at the mid-management and senior management level, because women drop out and then find it very hard to get re-employed into the workforce because they have a gap in the middle. What we need to work on is actually certain programs and how to skill them for the time lost so that they can come back at a respectable level rather than go back to the, they fear to come back because they don't want to be, put back at the beginning of the ladder. Nobody wants that, especially because colleagues have moved on. So I think reskilling, upskilling over there is essential to actually encourage them. Also, I think that on the shop floor, we have seen that a line which is mixed versus a line which is same-sex line, male or female, always performs better. So I'm not saying that, it's to do just with one gender. I do feel because it brings in perspective, because we're wired differently, as you all may know. So that's what it brings. So I think what we need, focus should be on skilling and re-employability back into the workforce. That'll get the mid and senior, and unless they get into decision making, it's very difficult to make a change.